6-year-old Joshua Smoker's the winner. Here's the senior Honda finish, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the Indiana State Fairgrounds, the 1995 Eastern Grand Nationals. This is the Heavy B division. Front row, Danny Stratton and Thomas Meseroff.
Yeah, Reagan Urish and Marin Gran make up row 2.
Jenny White, John Nervo in row 3.
Kevin Abbott, Brian Knuckles in the next row.
And the final row, Brent Downey and Steve Schmidt. This is the Heavy B getting ready to take the green flag.
Field looks pretty good. We'll watch and see what the starter does. Yeah, he brings it out, and down they go. We got us a race going on here. Oh, they're 3 abreast going into the 3rd turn.
Really getting tangled up there, but everyone came out of it nicely and no accidents, so that's a testament to the driving skills. Danny Stratton in the 1 car leading the way.
Watching the pack here starting to break out, and Danny starts to increase his advantage there, starting to look pretty strong. Moving out there, Danny, a 15-year-old racer out of Riverside, California. They're from all over the United States here in the Eastern Finals.
Some good racing back in the pack as well, and a nice pass there on the inside. I believe that was the 8 car, was it not, of Brian Knuckles?
Yeah, nice move by him. As you can see, another good battle going on between the 4 and 5 machine. Marin Gran and Jenny White, a couple of the gals going at it. Another good move down there. Oh, and they hit the rim and bang! Hit the little the rumble strips on the inside there, and that kind of washed out the front end, and bang! Next thing you know, he's into the driver on the outside of it.
That'll bring out the yellow flag. It's it's good to point out that the drivers get together, and that as we see the 3 car there of Reagan Urish, as the drivers get together, we rarely see any serious accidents. They get together, but it's all relatively safe.
These cars are safe. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but yeah, the track is set up with that banking like that, and that actually helps them, and the barriers on the outside actually helps keep them safe instead of having a wood or something like that they can run into. And these machines, they've crashed them a few times over the years. These quarter midgets have been around for a while, and they pretty well know how to make them as safe as they can possibly be.
Well, we get ready and await the green flag start. The 1 car leading the way, that's Danny Stratton. The 3 car, Reagan Urish, has moved up into the 2nd spot, and Marin Gran in the 4 car is in 3rd.
Down they come, and Urish looks like she's got too much for your leader there, and maybe slowing and maybe holding up the rest of the pack. That's what you got to think about there. Marin Gran in the 4, the black cart, looking to get around her. There she is, down here she goes. Marin Gran down low, boom.
Looked like just a matter of time, and Gran picked her spot and made the pass. She sits in 2nd place, and now we'll set her sights on the leader, Danny Stratton, in the 1 car.
And the deal is, you might be faster than the cart in front of you. It's just you got to get around them, and if they're running in the same groove that you run in to be fast in, and it's very difficult.
Some of the action back in the pack, the 8 car, the black car there of Brian Knuckles, the 6 car in the middle of John Nervo, and they're trying to do some battle and make up some ground and hopefully get up there to the front to challenge the leader. And the leader right now is Danny Stratton, as you see the white number 1 car being chased by Marin Gran from Indianapolis in the 4 car.
And it would appear as though she was being held up by the rest of the machines as Marin goes low. Bang! Look at that. See, there was nothing Danny could do right there. She was right up alongside him. And racing etiquette kind of says when you're side by side at that point, then you have to kind of give way because they've got the racing line.
Well, Marin had the inside line, no question. She showed the power too to get by. And there's the 9 car, Brent Downey, trying to make a move.
Oh, he just stuck. Oh my land, it's stuck. That's Reagan Urish there. He kind of stuck her on her head there. Just kind of got underneath her and bang, underneath her and right on top of her noggin there. The safety crew's Johnny on the spot, and she's just kind of laying there, kind of uncomfortable, thinking, man, this isn't the place I wanted to be.
No, I think it's an uglier position than maybe she feels because it looks bad, but I don't think she's too badly injured. There you see her, they're pushing it back up, so everything looks well. But that's a good point, the safety features of this machine. Dave Wilson takes a look at what all is involved in this matter.
Let's find out a little bit more about these race cars. Now, all race cars have to have safety features, and with us is Gary Half-Turn-Gran. And Gary, you're going to let us in on some of the safety features these quarter midgets are employing out here today.
Yes, they're just like the big cars. We've got full bumpers in the back, Nerf bars on the sides, keep the cars from getting into you, front bumper, shoulder bar on the inside of the car on the left side because they race really close, and every now and then you get a tire over the left rear. It keeps the cars from getting into the kids' shoulders because they hang out of the car. We got full roll cage just like the midgets and sprint cars. And the kids wear all the same equipment as the big drivers, 2-layer fire suits by Simpson or Bell or whatever, and the helmets with a current Snell sticker, gloves, arm restraints. everything the big guys wear, up to even the shoes.
How long does it take to put one of these cars together?
If you buy one in kit form, 4 or 5 hours a night, 8 to 10 hours total, you can do one right.
Now, Gary, you got to tell us, how did you get your nickname Half Turn?
Well, I make adjustments a little bit at a time, and I think Ron Stanley and Mike Lewis kind of hung that on me several years back.
Well, Gary, Half Turn Gron filling us in on what makes these quarter midgets such a safe sport and a lot of fun for the entire family.
And Reagan Urish, very thankful for all those safety features. She is up on the right end and back in the race and ready to go. But Marin Gron is your leader after that terrific pass. We go to the green flag, and right now Danny Stratton is forced to chase Marin.
Yeah, let's see if he's got anything for it. He's got some problems of his own there. That green machine right behind him, the number 5, Jenny Whiting, has certainly got the ability to maybe move up on him, so he'll have to keep his eyes open for that problem.
Marin Gron, 14 years old, out of Indianapolis, Indiana, looking to win the 1995 Eastern Grand National Heavy B division right here in our own hometown at the Indiana State Fairgrounds.
You're talking about Gary Gron, half-turn Gron, referring to Stanley. That's Robert Stanley is Robbie Stanley's dad. Robbie, three-time USAC Sprint Car National Champion, and also talking about Mike Lewis, the father of our first winner, his son Michael Lewis winning the first race of the day here.
And Gary's got to be very proud of his daughter right now. Marin Gron leading the way as she's trying to hold on in the final laps here over Danny Stratton in the Heavy B division.
Mighty smooth back there, she certainly is, in that same groove every time. And again, as we mentioned, it's you got to keep these things rolling. You got to keep them freed up as best you can. And she's done a super job of just that, using the banking to the maximum capabilities.
Well, and we saw the power of her car as well when it passed Stratton. It seemed like she might have had just a little bit more power, and we've got a yellow flag as we've got an incident here as we come out of one of the turns. That's the 8 car of Brian Knuckles.
Yeah. Watch how they get him started there. They kind of raise him up, get a little bit of momentum, drop him down there. There's no clutch or anything. And when the wheels turn, the motor turns. As we watch the replay,
that's John Nervo trying to look like maybe he thought about making the pass and then just got caught a little bit too late in making the decision.
Kind of drove right into that. He kind of had a racing line. I don't know that Brian Knuckles knew he was that far underneath him, and when he kind of moved down, he ran into the side of John Nervo, and unfortunately Knuckles got the worst end of it as we get back to green flag racing.
Marin Gron taking the green and leading the way as she tries to hold off Danny Stratton, and I tell you right now, Gron looks unbeatable.
She looks awful strong right there, and Danny really hasn't got anything for her there. May take another yellow flag, maybe they can get a better jump on the restart, but you never know. I mean, this is a long race. Her tires can get hot, as we've seen before. Sometimes cars can change as the race continues on. Somebody else might get better. Their car setup may get better as the race progresses.
Well, and as the tires heat up, we tend to see the cars slow down, and some nice back in the pack action here as the 7 car of Kevin Abbott tries to make a move on the 2 car of Thomas Meseroff.
Around, we're getting close to the end here, and there it is. The white flag comes out for Marin Gron, and all she's got to do now is kind of coast and collect, and there it is. She's a happy lady taking that checkered flag.
Marin Gron, the winner of the Heavy B category, and as we said, just 14 years old and winning it right here in her hometown of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Equal for everybody here, men and women. As we got one sideways there are results right there. This is the Heavy B finals.
Marin Gron is your winner. Denny Stratton finishes second. It's the 1995 Eastern Grand Nationals on Indy TV. Congratulations.